If you've been noticing more hair in your brush lately, or if your ponytail feels thinner than it used to, you're not alone. Millions of women across the United States are quietly dealing with hair loss, and it's one of those things nobody really talks about until it happens to you. The fear is real. You start wondering if it's going to get worse, if people are noticing, if you'll ever feel like yourself again. Maybe you've tried expensive shampoos, salon treatments, or even vitamins that promised the world but delivered nothing. And every time you look in the mirror, that fear creeps back in. But here's the thing. What if the solution isn't hiding in expensive treatments or complicated routines? What if it's sitting right in your kitchen waiting to be mixed with water? Today, I'm going to walk you through 7 specific water combinations that have been studied, tested, and used by women just like you to support hair growth from the inside out. These aren't magic potions, but they are backed by research from institutions like Harvard, Stanford, and Johns Hopkins, and they work with your body's natural processes. Stick with me until the end because the last one on this list is the most powerful, and it's something you can start tomorrow morning. Before we dive in, do me a favor. If you're watching this because you're tired of feeling helpless about your hair, hit that like button. Drop a comment telling me where you're watching from and how long you've been dealing with thinning hair. It helps other women find this video, and it builds a community where we can support each other. All right, let's get into it. Let's start with something that might surprise you. Pumpkin seeds. You've probably seen them on salads or roasted as a snack. But most women have no idea that these little seeds are packed with zinc and iron, 2 nutrients that are directly connected to hair health. Here's why that matters. When your body doesn't absorb iron properly, your hair follicles don't get the oxygen they need to grow. And zinc, it plays a huge role in keeping your scalp healthy and your hair strong. Women, especially those who are dealing with heavy periods or who are going through a menopause, often have lower levels of both. That's where this combination comes in. Here's what you do. Take about a tablespoon of raw pumpkin seeds and crush them lightly. You don't need to grind them into powder, just break them up a bit so the nutrients can release into the water. Put them in a glass of water and let them soak overnight on your kitchen counter or in the refrigerator. In the morning, strain out the seeds using a fine mesh strainer and squeeze in the juice of half a lemon. Drink it on an empty stomach about 20 to 30 minutes before you eat breakfast. The lemon isn't just for flavor. Vitamin C from lemon helps your body absorb the iron from the pumpkin seeds more effectively. Researchers at the University of California have pointed out that pairing iron-rich foods with vitamin C can increase absorption by up to several times, which is exactly what we're doing here. You'll want to do this 3 to 4 times a week. Some women notice less shedding within a month, but remember, hair growth is slow. You're building a foundation here, not flipping a switch. The goal is to give your body what it's been missing so your hair can start to recover naturally. And here's a tip. If you find the taste too strong, you can add a tiny bit of honey, but keep it minimal. You want the nutrients, not the sugar spike. Also, make sure you're using raw, unsalted pumpkin seeds. The roasted, salted ones you find in snack aisles won't give you the same benefits because the heat and processing can damage some of the nutrients. One woman I know, a marketing manager in her mid-30s, started drinking this combination after noticing her hair was thinning around her temples. She told me that within 6 weeks, she saw baby hairs starting to grow back in those areas. It wasn't dramatic, but it was enough to give her hope. And that's what we're building here. Hope backed by action. Now, this is just the beginning. The next combination takes things a step further by focusing on something most women don't even think about, and that's scalp circulation. Keep watching. Fenugreek seeds have been used for centuries in traditional medicine, but only recently have researchers in the United States started paying attention to what women in other parts of the world have known for generations. These small golden seeds can help reduce hair shedding and improve blood flow to your scalp. And when your scalp gets better circulation, your hair follicles get more nutrients. It's that simple. Here's how you make it. Take 1 teaspoon of fenugreek seeds and soak them in a cup of water overnight. In the morning, strain the water and drink it on an empty stomach. You can discard the seeds or if you want, blend them into a smoothie, but the water is where the magic is. The compounds in fenugreek, especially something called diosgenin, have been studied for their potential to support hormonal balance, which is often a hidden cause of thinning hair in women. Studies from institutions like Johns Hopkins have shown that hormonal shifts, whether from stress, childbirth, or menopause, can trigger hair loss, and fenugreek may help smooth out some of those fluctuations. You'll want to drink this 5 days a week. Some women find the taste a little bitter, and if that's you, don't worry. You can add a squeeze of lemon or a small pinch of stevia. What you're really after here is consistency. This isn't about 1 week of effort. It's about giving your body a steady, reliable source of support. Think of it like watering a plant. You can't water it once and expect it to thrive. You have to keep showing up day after day. One more thing, fenugreek can also help with scalp inflammation, which is something a lot of women don't realize they have. If your scalp feels tight, itchy, or sensitive, that inflammation could be choking out your hair follicles. This water helps calm that down from the inside. And trust me, the next combination is going to build on this even more, taking hydration to a whole new level. Stay with me. Now, we're getting into hydration, and I don't just mean drinking water. I mean deep cellular hydration that actually reaches your hair follicles. Chia seeds are incredible for this because they absorb up to 10 times their weight in water. When you drink chia seed water, you're not just hydrating your body, you're giving your scalp and hair roots a steady supply of moisture that lasts for hours. Here's the method. Take 1 tablespoon of chia seeds and add them to a glass of water. Let them soak for about 20 to 30 minutes. You'll notice they form a gel-like coating. That's what you want. Then squeeze in the juice of half a lime and drink it slowly. The omega-3 fatty acids in chia seeds are essential for keeping your hair flexible and strong, and the lime adds a dose of vitamin C, which, as we talked about earlier, helps your body absorb nutrients more effectively. Researchers at Stanford have noted that omega-3s play a role in maintaining the integrity of cell membranes, including the cells in your hair follicles. When those cells are healthy, your hair grows stronger and breaks less easily. Women who are dealing with dry, brittle hair often see a difference within a few weeks of adding chia seed water to their routine. You can drink this every morning or even in the afternoon as a hydrating snack replacement. It's also incredibly filling, which is a bonus if you're someone who tends to skip meals or snack on processed foods. Here's a practical tip. If you're someone who forgets to drink water throughout the day, chia seed water is your friend. It keeps you feeling fuller and more hydrated, which means your body has more resources to send to your hair. You can even make a big batch in the morning and sip it throughout the day. Just keep it in the refrigerator and give it a good stir before drinking because the chia seeds tend to settle at the bottom. Another thing to note is that chia seeds are also rich in protein, which your hair desperately needs. Hair is made of a protein called keratin, and if you're not getting enough protein in your diet, your hair will suffer. This is especially common in women who are vegetarian or vegan or who are trying to lose weight and cutting calories too drastically. Chia seed water gives you a gentle plant-based protein boost without any extra effort. And speaking of resources, the next combination is all about replenishing something your body might be running low on, especially if you're a woman over 30. Keep going. Amla, also known as Indian gooseberry, is one of the most potent sources of natural vitamin C you can find. And here's why that matters for your hair. Vitamin C is a powerful antioxidant, which means it fights off the free radicals that damage your hair follicles and slow down growth. But it also plays a critical role in helping your body use iron, which, as we've already discussed, is essential for getting oxygen to your hair roots. Here's how to use it. Take half a teaspoon of amla powder and mix it into a glass of room temperature water. Stir it well and drink it once a day, preferably in the morning. The taste is sour, almost tangy, and some women find it takes a little getting used to. If that's you, you can add a tiny bit of honey or mix it into a smoothie, but don't skip it. Amla has been studied in clinical nutrition. Studies and researchers have found that it supports not just hair health, but overall vitality, especially in women who are dealing with stress or dietary gaps. The University of California has published research on the role of antioxidants in protecting hair from environmental damage, and amla is one of the most effective natural sources out there. Women who live in cities where pollution and stress levels are high often see noticeable improvements in hair texture and reduced breakage after a few months of daily amla water. Think about it. Your hair is exposed to pollution, UV rays, heat styling, and chemical treatments every single day. All of that creates oxidative stress, which damages the proteins in your hair and makes it weaker. Amla helps counteract that damage from the inside out. Here's a real life example. One woman I spoke to, a teacher in her 40s, had been dealing with thinning hair for years. She tried everything from biotin, supplements to prescription treatments, and nothing seemed to work. Then she started drinking Amla water every morning, and within 3 months, she noticed her hair felt thicker and shinier. She wasn't growing new hair overnight, but the hair she had was healthier, and that made all the difference. She also mentioned that her skin looked better and she had more energy, which are common side effects of getting enough vitamin C. So give it time, be patient. And now let's move on to something that works a little differently. The next combination is all about improving blood flow, and you're going to feel the difference. Stay tuned. This one is all about circulation, and I'm not talking about the kind of circulation you think about when you're exercising. I'm talking about the tiny blood vessels in your scalp that deliver nutrients and oxygen to every single hair follicle. If those blood vessels aren't working properly, your hair can't grow. No matter how many vitamins you take. That's where cinnamon and clove come in. Here's the recipe. Take 1 stick of cinnamon and about 5 whole cloves. Add them to 2 cups of water and bring it to a boil. Let it simmer for about 10 minutes. Then turn off the heat and let it cool. Once it's at room temperature, strain it and sip it slowly throughout the day. You can drink this 3 to 4 times a week, and you'll want to make it fresh each time for the best results. Cinnamon contains compounds that help dilate blood vessels, which means more blood flow to your scalp. Clove has eugenol, a natural compound that has been studied for its ability to improve microirculation. Vascular studies in the United States, particularly research from Harvard, have shown that improving blood flow to the scalp can create an environment where hair follicles have a better chance of staying active and healthy. This isn't about forcing your hair to grow, it's about removing one of the barriers that's been holding it back. A word of caution. If you're pregnant or have a blood clotting disorder, talk to your doctor before trying this. Cinnamon and clove are powerful, and while they're safe for most people, it's always better to check. For everyone else, this is a gentle, natural way to wake up your scalp and give your hair a fighting chance. Some women even notice a warming sensation on their scalp after drinking this regularly, which is a sign that circulation is improving. Here's another practical tip. You can also use cinnamon and clove water as a scalp rinse after shampooing. Just let it cool completely, pour it over your scalp, massage it in for a few minutes, and then rinse it out. But drinking it gives you the internal benefits, which are just as important. And speaking of waking things up, the next combination is one that women have been using for generations, and modern research is finally catching up. Don't miss this. Hibiscus isn't just a pretty flower. It's one of the most studied natural ingredients for hair health, especially for women. The petals contain amino acids that are directly involved in building keratin, which is the protein your hair is made of. Without enough keratin, your hair becomes weak, thin, and prone to breakage. With enough of it, your hair has the structure it needs to grow thick and strong. Here's how you make hibiscus water. Take a handful of dried hibiscus petals, which you can find at most health food stores or online. Add them to 2 cups of boiling water and let them steep for about 15 minutes, just like you would with tea. Strain out the petals and let the water cool. You can drink this once a day, either warm or cold, depending on your preference. Research from institutions like Johns Hopkins has highlighted the role of amino acids in maintaining hair density, especially in women who are postmenopausal or dealing with hormonal changes. Hibiscus has also been shown to have natural conditioning properties, which means it supports not just growth, but the overall health and appearance of your hair. Some women even use hibiscus water as a rinse after shampooing, but drinking it gives you the benefits from the inside out. Here's a practical tip. If you're someone who enjoys herbal teas, hibiscus water can easily become part of your afternoon routine. It has a slightly tart, cranberry-like flavor, and it's refreshing even without any added sweetener. One woman I know, a nurse in her 30s, replaced her afternoon coffee with hibiscus water and noticed that her hair felt softer and looked shinier within 6 weeks. She wasn't expecting dramatic changes, but the small improvements added up, and that's exactly what we're going for here. Hibiscus is also naturally high in antioxidants, which means it helps protect your hair from damage, just like Amla does. And because it's so gentle, you can drink it every single day without any side effects. Some women even give it to their teenage daughters who are dealing with hair breakage from heat styling and tight hairstyles. Now, we've covered 6 powerful combinations, and each one supports your hair in a different way. But the last one, Number one is the most important. It's the one that ties everything together, and it's backed by more research than any other ingredient on this list. If you've made it this far, you're about to learn something that could change the way you think about hair health forever. Let's get into it. This is it. The most powerful water combination on this list, flaxseed. And here's why it's at the top. Flax seeds contain something called lignans, which are plant compounds that have been studied extensively for their role in balancing hormones, especially in women who are postmenopausal or going through premenopause. Hormonal imbalance is one of the leading causes of hair loss in women, and most people don't even realize it's happening until the damage is already visible. Flaxseed helps smooth out those hormonal fluctuations, and it does it naturally without any side effects. But that's not all. Flax seeds are also one of the richest plant-based sources of omega-3 fatty acids, which we've already talked about. These fats keep your hair follicles flexible, reduce inflammation in your scalp, and support the overall health of your hair from root to tip. And here's the kicker. Studies from the University of California and other leading institutions have shown that women who consume flaxseed regularly often see improvements not just in hair health, but in skin, nails, and overall vitality. Here's how to prepare it. Take 1 tablespoon of ground flaxseed. Whole flax seeds won't work as well because your body can't break them down easily. You can buy ground flaxseed, or you can grind whole seeds yourself using a coffee grinder or blender. Add the ground flaxseed to a glass of warm water and let it sit for about 5 minutes. You'll notice it forms a slightly thick gel-like consistency. Stir it well and drink it on an empty stomach every morning. It's important to strain it if you don't like the texture, but try to drink it as fresh as possible because flaxseed can go rancid quickly once it's ground. Store any extra ground flaxseed in the refrigerator or freezer to keep it fresh. You can do this every single day, and most women start noticing changes within 2 to 3 months. Your hair might not suddenly grow twice as fast, but you'll notice less shedding, more shine, and a healthier scalp. One woman I spoke to, a graphic designer in her late 40s, had been struggling with thinning hair for years. She tried everything from expensive shampoos to salon treatments, and nothing worked. Then she started drinking flaxseed water every morning. Within 4 months, her hair felt thicker, her scalp felt healthier, and for the first time in years, she felt confident wearing her hair down. That's the power of consistency. Here's a practical tip. You can also add ground flaxseed to your smoothies, oatmeal, or yogurt, but drinking it in water on an empty stomach gives you the most direct benefit. And if you're worried about the taste, it's very mild, almost neutral. Some women add a squeeze of lemon or a pinch of cinnamon to make it more enjoyable, and that's totally fine. The key is to make it a habit. Set a reminder on your phone if you have to. Put the flaxseed next to your coffee maker so you see it every morning, whatever it takes to make it part of your routine. Now, why is this number one? Because it addresses the root cause. It's not just about giving your hair what it needs to grow. It's about fixing the hormonal imbalance that's been sabotaging your hair health for months or even years. And when you fix that, everything else starts to fall into place. Your hair grows stronger, your scalp feels better, and you start to feel like yourself again. Research from Harvard has shown that lignans and flaxseed can help regulate estrogen levels, which is crucial for women in their 40s and beyond. And while this isn't a cure for hair loss, it's one of the most effective natural tools we have. It's safe, it's affordable, and it works. Women who are dealing with menopause-related hair loss often see the most dramatic improvements because flaxseed directly addresses the hormonal shifts that are causing the problem. Another benefit that women often mention is that flaxseed helps with digestive health. And here's why that matters for your hair. If your gut isn't healthy, your body can't absorb the nutrients you're giving it. So even if you're eating all the right foods and drinking all these water combinations, a sluggish digestive system can sabotage your efforts. Flaxseed helps keep things moving, which means your body can actually use the iron, zinc, vitamins, and omega-3s you're consuming. These 7 water combinations work together to address the most common causes of hair thinning in women. Lemon and pumpkin seed water delivers zinc and iron while boosting absorption, targeting nutrient deficiencies that often go unnoticed. Fenugreek seed water tackles hormonal imbalances and scalp inflammation, two silent contributors to excessive shedding. Chia seed and lime water provides deep hydration and omega-3 fatty acids that keep hair follicles flexible and strong. Amla powder water floods your system with antioxidants and vitamin C, protecting hair from environmental damage while supporting iron metabolism. Cinnamon and clove infused water improves blood circulation to the scalp, ensuring nutrients actually reach your hair. Roots. Hibiscus petal water supplies the amino acids your body needs to build keratin, the structural protein that makes up your hair. And finally, flaxseed water stands above the rest by addressing hormonal balance through lignans while delivering omega-3s and supporting digestive health, which determines how well your body absorbs everything else. Each combination targets a different piece of the puzzle. Some focus on delivering nutrients, others improve absorption, some calm inflammation, while others boost circulation. Together, they create an environment where your hair can thrive. The key is consistency. These aren't medications with instant results. They're natural tools that work with your body's rhythms. Start with one or two that fit easily into your morning routine. Give your body 8 to 12 weeks to respond. Track your progress by noticing how much hair you're shedding, how your scalp feels, and whether your hair looks shinier and feels stronger. Small changes become visible results when you stay committed to nourishing yourself from the inside out. So there you have it. 7 water combinations that can support hair growth, reduce shedding, and help you feel more confident in your own skin. From pumpkin seeds and lemon to fenugreek, chia seeds, amla, cinnamon, and clove, hibiscus, and finally flaxseed. Each one of these combinations works with your body's natural processes to give your hair what it's been missing. This isn't about quick fixes or overnight miracles. It's about small, consistent actions that add up over time. Start with 1 or 2 combinations that feel easiest for you. Maybe it's the lemon and pumpkin seed water in the morning or the flax seed water before breakfast. Give it a few weeks. Pay attention to how your hair feels, how much you're shedding, how your scalp responds, and then if you want, add another combination. The goal is to build a routine that fits into your life, not to overwhelm yourself with too much at once. Remember, your hair is a reflection of what's happening inside your body. When you nourish yourself from the inside out, your hair responds. It might take 2 months, it might take 6, but if you stay consistent, you will see changes. And more importantly, you'll feel the difference. You'll feel stronger, more confident, and more in control. You'll stop avoiding mirrors and start feeling proud of your reflection again. If this video helped you, please hit that like button and share it with another woman who might be struggling with the same thing. Drop a comment and let me know which combination you're going to try first. And don't forget to tell me where you're watching from. Building this community means everything, and your support helps other women find the information they need. And if you haven't already, subscribe to this channel because I'm going to keep bringing you real research-backed information that you can actually use. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care of yourself. You deserve it.